Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you a classical trick, that is the A card, any card at any number. And this is my favorite version of it. Completely gimmickless, requires no setup, can be performed with a borrowed deck of cards as well. So here's a little performance of this trick. So you take out all the cards from the box and give them a quick nice shuffle. And you can give these cards to the spectator as well for shuffling. Now, they'll pick a card. So let's say they pick this card. Hopefully you all can see it. This is the card. Alright, you can see it. Now, I'll place it somewhere in the middle. Now, most magicians, what do? They find out their card, the chosen card the spectator chose, in the most spectacular way. But my method is a little different. I let the spectator do all the work. So I'll handle this deck to the spectator, and they can even see their card is nowhere near the top. And it's nowhere near the bottom. It's really somewhere in the middle. Alright? Now, at this point, I'll handle the deck to the spectator, and I will tell them to deal the cards on top of my hand, just like this. Alright? Since I have no spectator at this point of time, I'll do this by myself. Now, they will deal as many cards as they want, and they can really stop whenever they feel like. So let's say they stop at this point. Alright? Really, they could have stopped at any point, but they stopped at this point. And I really don't have any idea about the number of cards that they dealt. Neither they do. Alright? But what I know is that they actually dealt to their chosen card. And yeah, this is the chosen card. So before going on to the explanation, I want to tell you that this is a trick which is more practical for your real world scenario, because you can misdirect the people and misdirect their eyes basically, so that they are not looking at the fishy things that you are doing. So this is definitely not a trick for beginners. This is a trick for intermediate or advanced level magician. So first of all, here's a brief explanation of what's going on. So basically, they select a card. So let's say they select this card. This is the Jack of Spades. Now what I'm doing is basically dropping two cards above the Jack of Spades. Then I'm doing the spread pass. So their card is at the third position from the top. You can see the Jack of Spades. Now, what I do is basically I show them their card is not at the bottom and their card is not at the top. So I only showed two cards from the top. And now, I ask them to deal the card. So basically they deal the card just like this. Now once their card is passed by, basically their card is at the third position from the top. Now at this point I tell them, you can stop whenever you feel like. Alright? So let's say they stop at this point. So this is very important. You have to tell them this, your command basically, that you have to stop whenever you feel like, after only they have dealt their chosen card. Alright? So you can, say them basically stop whenever they feel like. So they'll stop at this point. Alright? Now they can really stop at any point. Now, you know that the third card from the bottom is their chosen card. So what you do, basically, you spread all the cards. And the justification of this spread is, you have to tell them basically that I have no idea how many cards you have dealt. Now, at this position, what you're doing is, basically, you are lifting all the cards above the chosen card, and you're holding a pinky break and doing the spread pass. So their card is at the top now. Alright? So this is how you do it. This is just a brief explanation. Now we'll get into the detail. First of all, you have to make the spectator believe that their card is really randomly selected. So how do you do it? Give them the deck. Ask them to shuffle the deck, so that they'll feel like, yeah, all the cards are really mixed. Now, you have to keep this in mind. While they're selecting the card, you have to maintain the spread very evenly. Because if they select this card, the Queen of Spades, you have to drop two cards just like this. So if you have a spread, nice and even spread, it's very easy to drop two cards just like this. Alright? Then you can perform your spread pass. And if you don't know how to do spread pass, I'll tell you in just a bit. Before, we have to understand what is the concept, what is going on. So what is going on? Basically, you are selecting the card. This is the 9 of Hearts. Dropping two cards, then performing the spread pass. Alright, spread. They select the card, drop two cards, do the spread pass. Alright, this is how you do it. Spread, the chosen card, drop 2 cards, do the spread pass. So now coming to the spread pass. So basically there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube about the spread pass. I'll link something in the description. So basically this is how you do it. You spread all the cards and you lift all the cards up just like this, and the lift should be around half inch, just like this much, so that you have enough space. Now what you do is basically with this finger, you turn this packet, and yep, this is how you do it. And you have to practice this quite a lot, then only you will get better in it. Spread. Alright, and the position of this thumb, the left thumb, should be just like this from here to here, so that all these cards should go just like this, and then the bottom packet should come over the top. So this is how you do the spread pass, and you have to work a lot to make it completely invisible. Although even if you have 80% efficiency, you can work with your misdirection and this trick would be a solid one. Alright, so now they've selected the card. Now what you have to do is convince them that their card is not at the top. So you can show them, because really their card is not at the top, it's at the third position from the top. So let's say the chosen card is the 4 of clubs in this case, and it's the third card from the top. Now you will show them that their card is not at the top and it's not at the bottom. It's really somewhere in the middle. So at this point you'll say, alright, I've done quite a lot of card magic. Today I don't feel like doing anything. I'll give you this deck and you are the magician right now, and you will find your card. So start dealing the cards onto my head, and now look carefully. You'll only say these words like stop whenever you want. When they've dealt past their card, that is the chosen card, 4 of clubs in this case, now you'll say you can stop whenever you feel like. Or you will say, do you have a number in your mind? They'll say yeah. So what is the number? They'll say 12. So they will deal 12 cards just like this, and then they'll stop. Alright? Now what will happen? Now you'll perform the move. Alright, you've dealt 12 cards. I really don't have any idea about your card. In this point of time, you lift all the cards above the chosen cards and do the spread pass, and their card 4 of clubs is at the chosen position that they chose. So yeah, this is the trick. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Basically, I will wrap all things up. So this is how you do it. Spread. They choose the card, 9 of spades. Drop 2 cards just like this. Do the spread pass. Their card is at the third position from the top. Then they will deal some cards just like this. They can deal as many cards as they want. And now you perform the spread pass just like this, and it's good. And the most interesting and most complete part about the spread pass is you can perform this spread pass even with 7 or 8 cards, or even 6 cards or 5 cards. So that is the reason I prefer using spread pass. Alright. So yeah, this is the trick. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.